Yeah.
Hey, Josh. What's a pirate's favorite letter?
R.
No, it's the C.
You stupid. You got me though.
Gosh dang it, dude.
Hey, shout out to my companion for that one. That was a good dad.
Yeah. Shout out to the companion.
Hey.
What was his name?
His name is Zelda Tracy. Tracy, you know who you are.
Dang, you got a girl's name. Who said that? I'm just kidding.
What's your best dad joke you got, Josh? Nice.
Fantastic.
That was fantastic.
Come back to me.
Satch, dad jokes?
What do you call a cow with no legs?
What do you call him?
Dinner.
Ground beef. Come on, everyone knows that one.
Oh my gosh.
I can't say any of mine.
Tupo, what's a good mom joke?
What's a good mom? No, we're not. Dude, so for those of you who don't know, there's dad jokes, and apparently there's mom's jokes too. I guess moms can crack jokes.
Yeah, they can, I guess.
Yes, they can. Well, but welcome back. Welcome back to Room 101. Say what's up, boys. Say what's up.
What's up?
What's up?
What's up?
What's happening?
Can I say something real quick?
Go ahead.
No.
All right. So we've done a lot of talking. We've gotten some feedback about our podcast. And we want to be clear about a few things.
Yes.
What can you expect from us? Well, if you've read the bio of our podcast, you understand why we do it. It makes us happy, and we want to make you happy. And we want to help everyone not just survive in this life, but thrive, right? Like that's kind of the goal of this podcast. Mm-hmm. Along with that, we've decided to make some format changes, all right? Which, as we've discussed as a group and decided on, we realized just because of who we are, we like to have fun. Sometimes I think we have a little too fun, and I think we all can agree on that.
Yeah, you're right.
And we're not providing as much value to you listeners, you people that listen. So we recommit to do better. And so what that will look like is we'll be better prepared. Episodes will be shorter. And yeah, I think that's anything else to add there.
None.
I think it's always good to be transparent with everyone. Josh is like rethinking his life, it looks like.
Yeah. It's like, what is life? What have I done for the past 23 years?
So, once again, if you want us to talk about anything, any ideas you have, send them to us.
Yeah. What are you doing?
Yeah.
Do it right now.
Punk.
What are you doing?
Write it down. We'll give you
Why
2
is
minutes.
you doing?
What did you say?
Yeah, what?
Never mind.
It's all right. It's okay.
Anyways.
It was full of Tubo wisdom.
But yeah, welcome back to Room
Back to
101.
101.
Hope you guys had a great week, and I hope you got some snacks to enjoy while listening or watching.
Hey, you know what's happening this week?
FHE.
I get to go see 21 Pilots, baby.
It's Sam's birthday this week!
Oh, yeah.
That too. So happy early birthday, Sam.
Happy early birthday, Sam. Don't
Just
worry,
for that, we're doing the editing, and we will release this on your birthday.
Oh, I'm excited to celebrate my Sweet 16.
Well, he actually means he will do the editing because I don't have a computer yet.
You can use your Chromebook.
You can't use your Chromebook, even if you wanted to.
Jailbreak it.
Haters are going to hate. Anyways.
Yeah, wipe it off.
Bro.
You guys have a good week, though?
Yeah, great week. Just
What's
work.
up?
Yeah,
Josh?
We're vibing.
same.
Yeah.
We're taking referrals if you got people to send us a date.
Yeah, and jobs and referrals too.
And job.
Please.
Some people want a new job. Anyways,
One people.
one
Just
people.
one people.
Just one.
Yeah, Josh.
All right, what do we got today, Tupo?
All right, so we got some top picks for y'all. The first question of half for y'all is, how do we deal with stress? That's a great question, ain't it?
Yeah, I think we talked about it a little before, but I think we can get in a little more detail about it.
But how do y'all deal with stress, honestly? How do y'all deal with stress?
What you got, Josh?
Well, Tupo knows one of those answers because he plays with them all the time.
Rubik's cubes.
I thought you were gonna say something
I
else.
thought it was something else. I was like a guitar.
My mind was going all sorts of places.
I
On
was
that one.
like, my heart, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, the heart.
Huh? Huh?
Well, yeah. Whenever. Pulls my heart.
Mi corazón.
Mi corazón, ¿por qué, Angelica? No, but yeah, I can't remember, but I my whole life I've always used Rubik's cubes just to like, I don't know, like to fidget, but then it got to a point where I use it as like a calming mechanism, where if I need to calm down or help focus, my mom on the other hand thinks it's like distracting, but when I'm constantly moving my my fingers and then memorizing the patterns, it helps me like block out a whole bunch of surroundings and focus on small things. So I use that. Music, like most of you, is another thing that helps me calm down when I'm stressed. Either listen to my favorite albums or listen to and also look at the lyrics of certain songs that I enjoy a lot, like my favorite songs. And then I don't have it as much, but for the longest time I always had like song of the month.
Nice. Like one you'd pick yourself.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair.
That
That's awesome.
either it was a song that I already listened to before and is just helping me that specific month, or just a completely new song that ended up in my shuffle that I really enjoy and then I listen to. Like for example, one of those songs that I can't remember when. I think it was March or April this year, when a whole bunch of stuff was going down and it was hard to sleep. For those of you who don't know, I do suffer from insomnia, so it is not fun. But I ended up finding a song called Insomnia a while ago, and I would constantly listen to it. And shoot, I should have had it ready, man.
It's all good.
Yeah, Sam, how do you do it?
Yeah, because there's a specific line in the chorus that
I'll
like,
write
just
one
hit
right
me.
now. Insomnia. Will you please leave me?
Hey, there you go. Keep going.
Insomnia.
You
Yeah.
give me no
No.
meaning.
Ooh. Insomnia. Yeah.
I feel you leaving.
Holy heck.
Insomnia. Can you
Here,
feed me?
sleeping,
Dreaming.
keeping,
Are you
Sneezing.
bleeping.
What?
Yeah, exactly. I got it. I win.
No, music. While you find that song.
I found it.
Oh, never mind.
Thank you for that intermission. But this is like the pre-chorus. So he says, I've been switching off my phone. I've been grinding on my own. I've been running all alone for so long. Then 2 days no sleep. My body's aching, reduced to my primal needs. No point of faking. I threw myself into it too deep. I'm not going to make it out. Can you feel the heat?
Dang.
So I was like, oh, snaps, man. Like,
Oh,
how do
that
you know
by?
what I'm feeling? Nick, N-I-K, Nada.
Nick Nada.
Yeah.
Nick,
N-A-D-A.
Nada.
Oh.
Like,
Nada.
nada.
It's a really dope
Yaga.
song too. But yeah, like
Yaga.
in that moment, it really helped. Like, I was like, okay, and then I look back on everything I've been doing that's been causing the stress, the like mental state I was in at that time, like I was juggling with a lot of stuff, and I wasn't really like talking to anyone about it. So then that's when, even more so, I would talk to either you or invite you guys over as often as I could, just to have people to talk to. I got a different job, which helped with that as well. Just a whole bunch of stuff, right? So that's why I really, really love music. Like, I keep that close to me like a dagger, just because it helps me feel safe and understand things in my own world, rather than getting like just not what's the word things to do, you know. Like, say you should do this if you feel like that. I was like, yeah, well, I've already been there and it didn't help, so might as well put myself in a stage or a place where I feel comfortable, and then work around that.
Nice. That's dope. What you
Sam?
got? Oh.
Fight.
How do you deal with stress? All right, put on the gloves. Come here.
I'll do that for a future video. No, no, I don't want to fight you. I'd rather keep my life. All right. Well, for me, I think music. I'm kind of the same way. Music is a huge influence on me and how I feel. But years ago, did you hear that?
Yeah, it was a truck.
Oh, I thought Tuba was just breathing real hard.
No.
Oh.
All right. So.
Oh, all right. Years ago, I actually used to go to therapy. Same thing. What is that?
I don't know. He's blowing on the mic.
I knew it was you.
What?
The first time, I think he was doing it, but it was a truck going by.
It was a truck.
You are the truck.
Ooh, boom, roasted.
Oh, take that. No, so I used to go to therapy, and for we ADHD boys right here. I had a lot of anxiety and just trying to figure out some things, and depression and all the good stuff, and it was a crazy time. But I enjoyed therapy. Therapy actually was fun. I found it interesting and fun. And one thing that I developed an interest of mastering my mind. And that's like something I don't think I'm nowhere near, being at, but that's just something to work on. And so a part of that is what I learned in therapy and things is like you know what I'm talking about?
Compartmentalating. I made that up.
I just said it. I said it in my head.
Comparta.
Basically organizing your mind and organizing your emotions and feelings, and when to deal with certain emotions instead of, getting angry at someone and exploding in their face right then and there, controlling yourself, and maybe you can let the anger out somewhere else in some other way, in a more, healthy way. Mm-hmm. And so as I was going through this, anxiety is closely associated with stress and things. And so I don't know how. I'm not a therapist. I'm not someone of, just like a specialist or anything. But being able to be self-aware of how I feel, and like deciding when I'm going to feel certain emotions, and deciding what I'm going to focus on, and sometimes that was a double-edged sword, because I didn't do my homework in high school sometimes, and it didn't bother me that I didn't do my homework, because I developed the ability to not feel remorse for not doing my homework. I don't know if that makes sense.
No, that is.
But being able to control those kind of emotions, and that's hard for some people. Some people legitimately can't, and some people use medication to help, influence that, and it takes years and years of training. But I think that's important. Like, how do I deal with stress? Well, I develop the skills I need to not feel stress. or I choose when to feel the stress, or I choose when pressure. I think I work better under pressure, and I think that's stressful. Is people working under pressure? You've got to get something in. You procrastinate something, and then you got to get it in. Like a homework assignment, and you've just got to crank it out. Like, I work better under that kind of pressure. Crunch time, I guess, is what you could call it. And so I actually sometimes procrastinate to my advantage, because that's oftentimes where I perform well. So I don't feel stressed until I need to feel stressed.
Okay.
And I don't think everyone is like that, but that's how I do it, at least. What do you do, Tupo? Do you even feel stressed?
He doesn't feel anything.
He's too vibey. He chills too much, man.
Yeah, that's crazy, huh?
I'm just kidding. No, what you got?
No, I mean, we all can relate. I don't like driving, but I like going on drives.
Night drives.
Like late night drives sometimes.
Late night.
Or like I don't get stressed often because I do things so I won't get stressed.
Yeah.
I do things beforehand so it doesn't become like one big jumble of me just like,
Yeah.
Yeah. Like it just, you do little bits and pieces of things so you don't have to stress about it later. You do it now instead of later. Especially like just small things, just like little small things. But y'all know, one thing I do a lot is I always play guitar. That also helps a lot with stress. Just playing guitar, just playing like things that just calm down. Especially playing guitar at night. That's really nice.
That's the good stuff.
Another thing is listening to instrumentals and just laying down like bars, like random things. Even though it's not even fire, you just want to do it.
Cash got to do it.
Because it's just fun.
I've seen you do that too.
Yeah, it's fun, right?
Yeah.
You just make up lyrics in your head and it doesn't even make sense, but it's just cool. Just listen to instrumentals and stuff like that. It's really peaceful, calming.
Yeah.
But yeah, also, going on hikes. I don't like going on hikes, but just
the idea of going on a hike.
I don't like going on hikes.
Wow,
But
bro.
I like hiking.
That would
This
be
guy,
awesome.
man.
I like hiking though. I just don't like going on them. That's it.
So that would be awesome.
Like
But I
going
have
to like a
go
little
outside.
view, like watching sunset,
Dude.
Yeah.
watching the sunrise.
We need to do that.
Peaceful, man. Peace
Peace
of
of
mind,
mind.
right?
Hey,
Fun.
Nice.
Yeah,
we
dude.
need to go do that.
We should. I think another thing, just to add on, and to kind of close this topic, is some people, I think it's important to recognize how you operate, how your emotions operate, how your thought processes operate, how you physically react to situations. I think understanding and being self-aware of that helps you create solutions to be not as stressed.
Mm-hmm.
So, for example, sometimes to a degree, I am a workaholic in a way for things I'm passionate about. And sometimes, even though that is stressful and maybe super stressful to some people, I enjoy it. And so using the emotions I feel from feeling stressed and putting it back into working or into something that, maybe is the source of being stressful for me, sometimes that's not healthy, but for me, that's what I enjoy doing, is just grinding out on something and just like a music or something, even though it brings me stress because things aren't working out.
Yeah.
Or hitting the basketball courts. That's another thing. I'll go ball up, get away from everything.
Dang it.
I see. My morning's like
Yeah, as you can tell that Josh, he's the best basketball player.
beginner.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
And Sam, yeah.
Put me,
Josh taught
put me
Sam.
in coach.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm his coach.
Personal trainer.
I've been teaching him since he was 5.
He was just a wee lad.
Now look at him.
Wait, if I was 5, you were only like 2 or 3.
I was 8.
Oh no, you're older. Wait, I thought
Just
young.
because you're taller doesn't mean you're older.
No.
Sam.
I remembered he was older, but the 2 or 3, I thought I goofed up the process. You were like,
You'd be like 2
7 or
3.
8.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so-
Well, it'd be like 7, 8.
Shut it, Sammy. I can't. Yo, I'm playing with the preschool hoops. That's how we started.
What do we got next, bro?
So, okay, y'all, you're in this situation. This person, they done you dirty.
Fair.
They done you dirty.
'Kay.
And, like, you're just like, well, that sucked. That really sucked.
It's a stressful situation.
Yeah,
man.
exactly. It's a stressful situation. Like, that person did you dirty. Do you give them a second chance? Would you give them a second chance? So the question is, do you believe in giving people second chances?
I have two answers.
Go ahead.
Depending on the person or situation, and then yes and no.
Huh?
Because if I don't know, the yes and no one, if I were to give someone a second chance, it wouldn't be like a full restart. You know, like I wouldn't give too much trust to them or be as comfortable with them the second time.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you have to earn trust.
Yeah,
Like, that's a
exactly.
process.
But even then, I like if years pass, I don't. Depending on how the situation was, I don't think I would ever be able to trust them ever.
Yeah.
Like I would still treat them like I would.
Even
I
if they
would treat
change.
anyone. Yeah, because I don't know. Like I don't have the capability of completely forgetting. You know. So like even though I want to trust that person, I won't be able to have the full capacity to completely do it.
Okay.
I can see that.
That's true. Trust is hard to gain, but easy to lose, you know?
See, and I would tend to agree. The only part where I think I'm learning and growing to learn is that's basically, I understand not trusting them, but sometimes I think it's because we can't forgive them fully for what they've done. And at least for myself. And so I've tried to see people in a new light, of that people can change. And yeah, they have to earn trust back. But being able, like, I can't look at someone anymore and feel comfortable with myself thinking they can never be trusted again. If that makes sense. And everyone's different. This is just me. Like, I feel like it's more of a reflection on me if I can't fully forgive someone than it is on them that did me wrong. Like, if I can't fully forgive someone and give them or think of them in a way of they have the potential to be fully forgiven and earn my trust back completely, I feel like that says more about me than it does them. Like I wouldn't feel comfortable with myself not giving someone the opportunity to fully change and become better. Now, it depends on, like you said, it depends on the scenario. Mm-hmm. It depends on the situation. Like, all three of us got a good friend who we love dearly, and we still do, and we even just saw him not too long ago, mm-hmm. right? And the girl I dated, he ended up dating her right away, right? Like probably like day of me and her split. And, and it was like my best friend. And so it's like nothing against him. Like, that's fine. But back then, through the emotions and everything, I was like, man, like, that's just like something you don't do to your friend, And so, but, and then your mind starts to go, what was happening before, they actually started dating? What was going on? Maybe nothing, maybe something, but your mind is jumping to these conclusions. Mm-hmm. And so, but through that process, I was able to fully forgive both of them and able to be friends again. So it's like, but if you were to ask me a few years ago, I'd be like, nah, dude, I don't know if I could like vibe with someone like that again. But, so it's like, it's just interesting to think about. But then it's like, if someone really does you dirty, like hurts your family type of dirty or something, then it's like, I think you can fully forgive them. I think what you were trying to say is you can fully forgive them, but you set boundaries at that point.
Exactly. You forgive, but you don't forget.
Exactly. It's like, you set the boundaries, and I think that's what you were trying to get at.
Because I have plenty of, I got stories, but in San Antonio before we moved there, and I was still pretty young before we even moved there, but I still remember every minute detail of the situation of why we moved, and like just seeing the way how it impacted my siblings, my parents and me. I didn't notice how much it affected me till the day I found out I had high anxiety and depression. That's when I really started to analyze all the situations, everything that I experienced, and then say, okay, that makes sense. Because when the doctors said, yeah, you have anxiety and depression, I took 2 tests, and both of them came out the same. And then I was like, what? Me? Like, I'm laughing at everything. Everyone says I always have a smile on my face. And then that's like looking back, I was like, oh, shoot. You're right, doc. I am diagnosed with
and
that
then
stuff.
Understanding, depression in a way that it's not just being sad or something.
Yeah, it's not.
Like, and that I had a similar experience when I found out all this crap when I was, going through the testing for like ADHD.
Mm-hmm.
And like, I think it was like 4 to 6 hours of just like grueling testing.
Yeah, bro.
And then they come back
insane.
and they're like, well, from the results, looks like you definitely have ADHD. It seems like you're pretty anxious, and they talk you through it, whatever, and then depression, and then sometimes they talk medications. I went that route, and that was the worst time of my life. And then like, it just gets crazy, but it's just interesting that like, once you learn more about it, it's just like, because initially it's like, man, I don't depressed like you. I laugh at everything. Like,
yeah,
I'm depressed. That's like that was my reaction.
Yeah, it's weird, and especially when you're like 17, 18. And that was my case at least. Yours was probably what, 15, 16?
I was. Wow. What? Yeah, I think I was probably 16.
16?
I think, yeah.
Okay. But yeah, just real quick, like an example for me, I don't, especially because of what happened with my older sister with lots of her past relationships. Every time she brought a guy home, or even Alisa when she would bring up a guy, like I jokingly I would say I need to meet him, like I'm acting like the dad, but sincerely I do want to meet him, just because I can't fully trust, especially with my older sister, the guys. Like I'll talk to them, I'll converse with them, I'll get to know them, I'll laugh with them. Like Justin, her ex-husband, I still talk to him. Like every chance I get, I send a text to see how he is, because I have nothing against him. But with the situation that she was put when we were both young, and then seeing how that guy treated her, like I have trust issues towards the guys that are dating her.
Yeah, and that's the battle. Is not. It's like, for me, if I try not to think that way, like recognizing that you are that way. And then realizing this could be a really good guy. Like I don't know. Prejudging people is just interesting, and we all do it. And I think it's always a constant battle in our minds to fight that and to find some sort of solution from that. And so that's another part of like giving people second chances, is like people change. And so people, like, someone you knew 3 years ago will not be the same now. But it's hard because you only know the person from 3 years ago. It's like you have to get to know someone again. Mm-hmm. And so giving people a second chance, I think everyone deserves a second chance, minus a few things like murder or, things like that, then maybe.
But then because even like in some of the church videos they put up for us that we also shared on the mission, there are instances where someone has killed, but then like completely changed, did a whole bunch of stuff. But even though like the family or whatever seems happy, I'm pretty sure there's still like bits of them that like
it's a process of learning. And
like, yeah, they bring him into the house. They treat him like their son or daughter, but there's still like just that bit inside the back of their head that's constantly reminding them, so they don't get like too close.
So to answer simply for me, and then obviously you need to
no, y'all covered it.
But I believe in giving people second chances.
It was falling off.
Oh, what?
I believe in giving people second chances. I think sometimes giving people second chances takes a lot of time and a lot of effort, and it's a process. It's never a, instant thing. It's a process, and I think oftentimes we think of like a movie scene or a TV show where it's like, will you give me a second chance, please? And the person's like, yes, and then everything is perfectly fine after that. It's like, no, it takes time.
Yeah.
Thanks, movies.
I mean, like you said, forgiving is hard. Like, forgiving is like probably the hard part about giving people second chances. Forgiving is like giving both ways, you know?
Yeah. No, it's
like,
true.
Like, you don't, like, you can forgive them, but, they have to, like, forgive themselves type of thing. Because they also hold the burden, or if you're the one that offended them, you have to forgive yourself after they forgive you, because that's a hard part, too, of, like, giving people second chances. You have to give yourself another chance so you can keep going,
Mm-hmm.
Something to cover that. But, like, forgive, but don't forget, because just forgive and learn. Keep learning. Cause,
don't forget in a healthy way.
In a healthy way, yes.
Yeah.
In a healthy way.
Because I think what's interesting, this just popped into my head, of like, obviously you can never fully like wipe your mind of what someone did, but using that not forgetting in a healthy way, whereas, oh, look how far you've come. I think that's a cool way of looking at it.
Yeah.
You don't forget that they did you wrong, but a part of not forgetting is recognizing where they are now. If they've grown and matured and become better, then it's like, man, dude, like, look how far you've come. And then that's how, recognizing someone else's journey helps you give them a second chance.
That is true.
Yeah.
Nah, dude. Y'all
Like,
covered it.
I constantly think about Logic and what he does with like the situation with his dad, because his dad put him through a lot of stuff when he was just a child, and then what were the words that he told? He's like, the next time I see you, it will be when you're in the ground. I was like, dang, like listening to that book. Like, because like I constantly heard that story in like interviews and stuff, but he goes like in depth of why it came up to that point with his dad, and then just as time passed by, his dad would constantly call him saying, "Yeah, I was at your concert. Like, you did good. Like, say all these things," and he'd always finish the voicemail saying, "I'm proud of you, son," and then he was in that constant battle with himself, like saying, should I let him back in my life? Should I do this, or should I continue ignoring him? Because he was like, because he is my dad, and I think he is trying to change, trying to do better. But then it constantly goes back to what his dad put him through. And now it's to the point where he does include him into his life, but he doesn't like give money when his dad asks. He has a whole bunch of boundaries, but he doesn't think of, at the moment at least, he doesn't think of him as his dad. Like, he does introduce him as his dad, but he says he has the mentality of his dad as if he's like a really cool uncle.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't, I don't even think he's given him a hug for many years. Like, that's how tight he keeps that trust. Like, it's insane. But the fact that he still like keeps his dad in his life in some form, it's heartwarming.
They progress their relationship with boundaries, and I think that's important.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Nah, y'all covered that pretty well. Well, hope we answered that question for y'all. We do believe in giving people second chances in certain ways. But yeah, and yes, and that's how we deal with stress as well.
So, what are we getting into now, Tupo?
Holy cow! All right, people. So y'all already know what time it is. We're keeping this short. We're keeping this simple. And
Can I get a Hoya?
So we came prepared. We came organized. It's your favorite segment.
Oh, segment. What?
Would you rather? All right, people. We're back at it again.
We back, baby.
But we're,
Peekage.
but we're prepared. For those of you who are watching,
We have a cup.
We have a cup for just would you rather questions.
Full of would you rather questions.
Yes, full of would you rather questions. My bad. All right. So what we're
I
gonna
didn't even know
do?
you messed up. I was just being your echo.
So what we're gonna
How
do?
it
We're gonna have each of us, or never mind, just two of us, pick a question. Who wants to do the honors?
Whoa, hey, watch your hand there.
Yeah,
that hand
that's
was
kinda
going
crazy,
other
bro. That's
places
kinda
right
crazy.
there.
My
All
bad,
right.
bro. My bad.
All right, go ahead, Josh.
All right, it's blank. No, I'm just kidding. Would you rather ... be in jail for 5 years or or be in a coma for a decade?
Sorry.
That answers that question. Next.
Wait, be in a coma for 5 years?
No.
For a
Be in
decade.
jail for 5 years.
5 years.
Or be in a coma
Coma 10.
for 10 years.
Dude, jail. Easy.
Jail?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you want to lay... Listen, when you're in a coma, you're there and you're alive. You really
Yeah.
just want to lay there for 10 years doing nothing? And then you're going to wake up, if you wake up. Well, I guess if it's only 10 years,
Yeah,
you
it's
actually
10 years
wake
you're
up.
gonna wake
Yeah,
up.
10 years.
Your body's going to be stupid.
Not necessarily.
Yeah, you haven't walked for 10 years.
That's true. Never mind. I take it back.
See? Because then when you wake up, you're going to have lasting effects, I'm pretty sure. So I'd rather go to jail because, number one, I'll know what's going on. I'll be able to maintain my health.
You know what
hopefully.
happens in jail?
It depends on what jail you're in.
Yeah.
Depends on who you're with.
Don't drop the soap.
All I know
but-
is I could survive jail, and I would be
Yeah.
able to, like...
Yeah, you can survive.
What do you know about jail?
It's a joke. I don't know nothing.
He's playing off the stereotypes, bro.
Yeah.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah, don't drop the
Sam-
soap.
Sam's gonna be kingpin. You're gonna be just a peasant.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Flip the script.
peasant.
But assuming your body's still in good condition in the coma.
Assuming?
Assuming.
Bro.
Assuming? We're adding more
Even
things to
then,
the
when you
question.
when you wake up, you have no idea what happened for the past 2
You're
years.
gonna
That's
be...
right. Imagine.
I wonder if there's any facts.
Imagine like you like going out for like what 2012 and then waking up to 2022 not knowing what the frick happened.
It's like, what
No.
the heck is
Dude,
dabbing?
it's like that TikTok of like someone waking up from a coma like years after the pandemic.
Yeah.
He's like, are we still in the pandemic? He's like, yeah. And then he's like naming all the pandemic. It's pretty funny.
That pulls out a
the
big book.
omnivirus, the
The supercalifragilisticexpialidocious
Con.
con. It's like, oh, the DJ Khaled con. He was like, we the best.
He's like, and that was just 2020.
So,
Next
okay.
chapter, 2020, 2021, man. Stroke.
I'm trying to find stuff about a coma.
Bruh.
Coma.
Because
Better
I want to
health.
know what lasting effects of a coma.
Let's start. Never mind.
I don't know. What does any of this say?
Complications. Although many people gradually recover from a coma, others enter a
Vegetative state.
vegetative state.
Jason
die.
Momoa.
Rip.
Some people who recover from a coma end up with major or minor disabilities. Go ahead. You want to read the other one?
Complications can develop during a coma, including pressure sores, urinary tract infections, blood clots in the legs, and other problems.
None of that sounds glorious,
Yeah.
in my opinion.
Okay. Well, I guess. So you choose jail, Josh.
Yeah.
5 years jail. 5 years.
Dude, I want to know what's going on.
Dude, yeah.
I need to be caught up with these DJ Khaled memes.
Dude, if I'm only in jail for 5 years, that means if I'm a good boy, I could probably knock some time off.
Oh, that is true.
You're trying to beat the system through the question. All right.
No,
It's
be
easier. You
real,
can't do
bro.
that in a coma.
Give me a would you rather where I can't find a loophole.
All right. Watch this.
Done.
All right. Watch this. All right. Next question. Dun, 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 dun,
We need to
dun,
do a
dun,
would
dun,
you
dun,
rather
dun.
used brothel
We'll just
cup.
put it in the broth.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't wanna
Would you
mix them up.
rather?
WYR.
All right. Would you rather buy 10 things you don't need every time you go to shopping, or always forget that one thing that you'd need all the time when you go
I
shopping?
already do that.
Yeah, I was
I've
gonna
yet
say.
to get a
I feel
hairbrush.
like we already do the first thing. Yeah, that's right. How many times have we gone to the market
At
and you
least
still
like
couldn't buy
15 times, dude.
Still no hairbrush for
Just
Sam
that
Hatch.
one thing you always need.
So I'm already living that life.
So you rather do the other one?
What's the other one again?
Just buy one
Buy
thing
10
that you
things.
need.
Buy 10 things that you don't need every time you go shopping, or
I almost do
always
that
forget-
too.
Or always forget that one thing.
Always
Every
forget
time.
that one thing.
Dude, I'm living both of them.
Yeah. Well, I'd pick always forget that one thing because no matter what, I'm saving money because I'm not getting 10 things I don't need, and I'm saving money by not getting the thing that I do need.
Oof. That's good.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
Well,
Wait, Josh, what was your answer?
I gave mine.
he said he lives both lives, so he doesn't know.
Yeah.
Some answer. What do you got?
Forget that one thing because it's money saving. For real, I was thinking about this question. I was like, I'd rather save money.
You
know?
save some money
because
from
I
it,
rather
dude.
I, like instead of spending 10 like I know so many people that just spend money on things they don't need. And it
Yep.
just bugs the crap out of me. You know, I'm like, you don't need it. Why are you buying it?
What if they're rich?
You don't need it. Why are you buying it?
Fair, I
Let me get
guess.
5 Teslas real quick. Yeah.
5.
Yeah, you're a single person. You're a single
you're-
person.
You're.
Wish I
You're
had
single
money
and you're
for
with
5.
5 Teslas. You're gonna drive all of them.
No, that's how you pick up the chicks.
That's how you get the ladies.
Yeah.
Oh
It's
my
like, you can
gosh.
choose your Tesla if you're stay with me.
Just
What?
kidding.
You guys are crazy. But yes, this is a Would You Rather Cup. We will ask, what's your favorite Would You Rather question, and we'll probably put it in the cup.
I had no idea what you said for a second. I had to think.
Yeah.
We'll ask on the Instagram. We'll ask on
We'll put
Twitter.
it in the cup.
We'll put it in the cup just for y'all. But yeah, boys, I think that's it.
That's it, man.
I think it's a wrap.
What are your final words?
Josh?
It's like you're gonna die.
Let me.
Okay,
Let me find
Sam,
one.
before he's he goes through another side quest.
Side quest.
Dude, I get to continue my side quest tomorrow.
Ooh, sheesh. Okay.
All right. Here's some words of wisdom.
Bet.
Ready?
I'm ready.
We come and go, come and cry. You could say goodbye. Just don't wait till it's too late.
Dang. Let me drop my words of wisdom.
Okay,
Sorry, Tupo, go.
I'll drop mine.
You working tomorrow?
Baby, baby, baby. Oh.
Okay, I got mine.
Go ahead.
Mark my words. One day, I'm gonna make the onions cry.
Who said that? Chuck Norris?
I don't know who said that.
No.
I just found it.
Interesting.
Nice. You, Tupo?
I'm sick of looking for a dream girl. I just want one that's not a nightmare.
Did you make that up?
No.
No, he brought it up yesterday from the quote.
Oh, that was so funny.
Oh yeah,
That's
that's
the
right.
quote he read last night.
I was about to give you your props, dude.
But yeah,
Yeah, he almost gave you flowers for that one. Bro.
Yeah, dude. I was like, that was kind of fire. I'm not gonna lie.
well, you already know what it is. Josh.
Hey, Sam. DJ Satch. Drop that beat.
If.
I like the pause.
Oh, yeah. I was like, oh, that's it? That's all you're going to get? Sam, drop the beat.
What? Hey. There.
Today, please.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
Hey,
All right.
Hey.
Well, hope you guys enjoyed this episode.
dude, we made it shorter.
Yeah.
We're happy.
Enjoy.
You're welcome.
love y'all.
Substance to the one guy.
Hayden.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hayden.
Substance.
We'll talk to you tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll see you tomorrow.
We'll see
We'll
you
say,
tomorrow,
hey,
bro.
get ready for this episode.
Yeah, it's dropping tomorrow.
Hey, what are our slogans, boys?
You already know.
Hey,
You already know.
Keep that peace of mind and
Hey,
keep on.
And deuces. Love y'all.
Peace.